Good evening and welcome. Welcome to another exciting edition of the program, Liberia First on GHT Talk. Today is Monday, October 14, 2024. And we are coming to you live and direct from Detroit, Michigan. With a very, very great show for all of us here tonight. And so we invite you to invite others, be my guest as we navigate this broadcast tonight. We said dissent is essential and critical for any democracy. Liberia is no exception. Joseph Yema Boakai crackdown on democracy is wrong and must be thwarted. Tonight's broadcast is dedicated to a number of folks celebrating their birthdays, anniversaries, and special milestones. Talking about Fyneah Bright Crawford. That's the CDC Women League chairperson, chairlady, Fyneah Bright Crawford. Happy birthday to you there. Also, the first convention chair for the Concerned Liberian Network. One of which you were there in Minnesota. My own lovely little sister, baby Mila of Minnesota. Happy birthday to you, baby MK. Congratulations on your milestone birthday. Also celebrating tonight, Miss Massa Washington, a friend and sister, Susan Green of Philadelphia. Susan, happy birthday to you there. Winston Logan, a follower of the show. Lincoln the Legend Ward, that's my nephew in Pittsburgh. Kauflan, my brother there in Philadelphia. Kauflan, Austin Sophie, Curtis Johnson, Mary Z. John, TNN, Martha Freeman Chair, a follower, Teresa Cow Masale of Baltimore, Maryland, Maxwell Cover, Arita K. Tokma, Joanne Willie Poku. And for all of you celebrating your birthdays, anniversaries, and special milestones, we say congratulations to you. This broadcast is dedicated to you as well. Indeed, we got a great show. Invite someone, like the page, follow the page, and be my guest. Our hot topic coming up. Apologize for Liberians. Former Finance Development Planning Minister Samuel D. Tweah Jr. has penned that the JNB Unity Party Government need to apologize to the Liberian people for lying to them about the harmonization and later embraced it. Let's dig deeper. Also, tonight, War Economic Crime Court Office establishment. The vetting committee to find a suitable candidate for the position of Executive Secretary, Director for the Office of War Economic Crime Court Leadership has released 5 names shortlisted for the position. They are Cllr Jallah A, Barbu, Cllr Boakai Kanneh, Cllr Jerome J Verdier, James Nyepan Verdier, and former TRC Commissioner, the lone female among the 5 gentlemen, or the 5 persons shortlisted, Miss Massa Washington, former Commissioner of TRC. How did the committee arrive at the shortlisted names? Did they apply for the position? Were they called or asked to present their respective resumes? Why 2 brothers were shortlisted? Let's dig deeper. Why were 2 brothers shortlisted for one position? Let's dig deeper. Are there no other Liberians qualified for the said position. Another foreign travel again. We have updates on Joseph Nyepan Verdier trip to Italy. Joseph Nyepan Verdier departed Liberia again for Italy on Saturday, October 12th. Speaker J. Funati Kufa traveled by accompanying him. What would be the nature of said travel, especially after the recent travels to Canada and the USA? Why is Kufa even traveling with Joseph Nyepan Verdier? Well, Kufa put up a statement that people criticizing Joseph Nyepan Verdier travels are unnecessary. Is JFK, J. Funati Kufa, the spokesman for the Boakai government, or he's the Speaker of the House of Representatives? Is J. Funati Kufa the spokesman for the Boakai government? What are Liberians and other members of the opposition community, what are they saying? Let's dig deeper. Also, coming up very shortly, Cllr Fyneah has resigned. We have updates. The letter is in. Liberia permanent representative at the United Nations, Ambassador Cllr Fyneah, has been forced to resign. Junior House Digging Deeper Department reports that the JNB administration has refused to reimburse her for furniture and other expenses she incurred as ambassador to maintain the Liberia mission, and also snubbed her during the just ended UNGA. Let's dig deeper into that story tonight as well. Also, coming up, Muna resigns, wrong or negative, or facts. CDC USA gets new leadership, and the Minnesota chapter for the CDC USA held a successful inauguration program last weekend in the Twin City. We'll have highlights for you as well. Chairman-elect, USA National Chairman-elect, Talata Shari led a high-level delegation to the Twin Cities. For these and many other stories, we are working for you tonight. We invite you to invite others. Be my guest. Let's have a great time. If you join us here for the very first time, we say welcome to you. On this podcast, we insist to be civil with one another. There shall be no curse words, no insults of any kind. If you don't like what we say or do here, we invite you to switch the channel, move to another channel, and you can come back always. And let's take a word from our sponsor, JB Janet.
Hi, my name is Frank Artus, and as we celebrate our National Flag Day, I'm super excited to introduce to you JP Channels. JP Channels, a perfect companion for a joyous occasion. Hi, my name is Frank Artus, and as we celebrate our National Flag Day, I'm super excited to introduce to you JP Channels. JP Channels, a perfect companion for a joyous occasion.
And our JP channel, it's across JP channel can be found across all the finest supermarkets in Liberia, stores, nightclubs, restaurants, and of course, they are a proud sponsor of our Julia Hard Talk Global Stage right here. All right. Indeed, we got a great show for all of us here, so do stick and stay. Let's take a look at this video. We brought you this video in the past, but here we are today trying to give you updates on this video.
Good morning. This is Dennis Chapa here. Exhausted. Really exhausted. We started off yesterday morning at about 4:30 in the morning, and with the expectation that we have gotten in Greenville from Buchanan to Greenville because of the road conditions. We have gotten in Buchanan the same yesterday by 8 p.m. So our thought was we're going to have spent around 12 hours, a little bit more to come from Buchanan here. Unfortunately, planning and actuality is quite different. So in actuality, we've just done about 50% of the road. And we took, right now it is 7:30 in the morning the next day. So that's about 27 hours. And we haven't gone anywhere. We just did. And we took, right now it is 7:30 in the morning the next day. So that's about 27 hours. And we haven't gone anywhere. We just did what normally used to be 4 hours during the dry season on this road. We took 27 hours to do that. Okay.
So this was when they arrived in Greenville, Sano County. Take a look.
This is reach. The water has come all the way up to this level itself. It is crossing. So I don't know if there's still a breeze or not. But you see the river? Let me go outside. That's the river. Okay.
Take a look at the driver, his skin, his clothes. I want you to take a keen look at the driver. Let's go back to the beginning. Take a look inside the vehicle. Look at the amount of mud that is inside the vehicle. Take a keen look, okay? We're going to play the video for you.
Okay. Reach. The water has come all the way up to this level itself. It is crossing. So I don't know if there's still a breeze or not. But you see the river? Let me go outside. That's the river. And breeze or not.
This is the ITR bridge. Okay? The ITR bridge, I think, over the Cestus River, entering, I don't know whether that's Cestus River, but the ITR bridge into Fyneah County. As you can see, the water overflow covering the entire bridge, and these guys risk everything to drive over that bridge when the bridge is submerged in water, and they managed to get through.
See the river? Let me go outside. That's the river. And
PM you'll be able to call to say I'm back. A car can leave from Monrovia now. Now after 2, I can give you one of my cars and go to Grand Juliet now. By 7 p.m. you'll be able to call to say I'm back. 5 to 6 years, 7 years ago, that never happened. A car can leave from Monrovia now. Now after 2, I can give you one of my cars and go to Grand Juliet now. By 7 p.m. you'll be able to call to say I'm back. 5 to 6 years, 7 years ago, that never happened.
They play Senator Penu say our West you do can. Hey, I see that. Let it moya. They play our Senator say West you. Oh, Zappy. And so, my people, how you doing? Good morning. Yeah, now they play Senator Penu say our West you do can. Hey, I see that. Let it moya. They play our Senator say West you. Oh, Zappy. Mama, wait now, where's and so, my people, how you doing? Good morning. Yeah, now they play Senator Penu say our West you do can. Hey, I see that. Let it moya. That play our senator say where West you.
Those were videos from Liberia. Yes, Emmanuel Bro, thank you. That's the bridge between Fyneah, River says and Fyneah County. And you are exactly right. But here is another video we'd like to bring to your attention from a former lawmaker and sedition, Mr. Solomon George.
Look, I'm a care. Let people call on this and whatsoever he cares about the people.
You think so?
I say I'm a care. Let people call on this show and tell me that I do not care for the Liberian people. I do not have the mind for the Liberian. My mindset is ensuring that Liberia gets better.
Cllr was a good speaker.
Very good speaker. It's just that it happened that way, the way it happened. But call the 53rd members, they will tell you he was the best. In fact, he's the best. The person who's trying to get towards him is this current speaker. What's his name?
Fonati
Kofa is trying to get towards him. But Fonati Kofa has to be careful. If he's not careful, he will miss the boat. There are times I send messages to Fonati Kofa, hey, Fonati.
Why do you think he needs to be careful?
He thinks he has to talk about everything. He wants to please everybody. You cannot please everybody. God never pleased everybody. When Jesus was on this earth, he never pleased everybody. Fonati wants to please everybody. So some of them now are issuing him disrespect.
When the Liberian people say Liberia's problem is at the legislature, do you agree?
I agree. It is us. It is us.
You agree?
I do agree. We do not, when we sit, after we must have been voted in, when we sit, then we want to do our own thing. But it's supposed to be for the people. But you see the people too. You who care about them, you are the one they will decry. You are the one they will spat at. You are the one they will insult. You are the one they will beat up. I'm telling you.
Now, fast forward, your friend, I don't know two of you who the senior, but I think you could be the senior.
Who's that?
Your brother George Weah became president of
the there, man. Not because he was president.
Okay.
I'm 10 years plus older than him.
Your junior brother became president of the country.
Yes.
Did you think, I mean, what was the feeling like in the first place when George Weah won the election? What was the feeling like from a Solomon George? What did you think?
I felt those intricacies we discussed, meaning George Weah and Solomon George, with regards to helping the people, making the people feel good about us, why they were cheering at us, for us, and jeering at us at the ATS and SKD and whatsoever place. We will bring that same elation to governance. But I would like to say, without mention of words, George Weah never listened to me. I became an enemy to his government. Today, they are seeing what I said yesterday. Mr. President, put these people in the Ghana must go back, and I named them, this other man, their people. Throw them out of the system, or else they will bring disgrace to us. You are seeing the disgrace now. How can you say, okay, this is my political aid? Oh, that man, yeah, he's a thief, but he's my thief. He's not my thief. I refuse. In governance, the international community is watching you. CDC, you've sat there before, you know what it is. You should leave this zigwe business, and I will say, and think about the people. Think about the country. Think for the people. But I would like to say, without mention of words, George Weah never listened to me. I became an enemy to his government. Today, they are seeing what I said yesterday. Mr. President, put these people in the Ghana must go back, and I named them, this other man, their people. Throw them out of the system, or else they will bring disgrace to us. to governance. But I would like to say without mixing of words, George Weah never listened to me. I became an enemy to his government. Today, they are seeing what I said yesterday. Mr. President, put these people in the Ghana must go back, and I named them, this other man, their people. Throw them out of the system, or else they will bring disgrace to us. You are seeing the disgrace now. How we will bring that same elation to governance? But I would like to say without mixing of words, George Weah never listened to me. I became an enemy to his government. Today, they are seeing what I said yesterday. Mr. President, put these people in the Ghana must go back, and I named them, this other man, their people. Throw them out of the system, or else they will bring disgrace to us. You are seeing the disgrace now. How can you say, okay, this is my political aid?
That's Solomon George. Solomon George giving his candid opinion that he will later on deny about George Weah.
No. Yeah. No.
Yes.
In my country, the thing that I know that
They can't talk
in Liberia,
Hey.
the thing that I see that they can talk.
Some of them say Tweah will not become president. Some of them say
Tweah will not win presidency.
all the men are win.
My brother come. Envious people then all around. Some of them say he must step down. They were talking like that. I get a country can't put them there for a few minutes. They will steal all the country money. Hey, you lead your Weah.
They rule us people in peace. You leave my customer.
They rule his people with love. If you not got nothing to contribute, nothing to give the country, just shut up your mouth and go. Let a man do a job. Don't be talking the thing you don't know. Don't be talking the thing you don't see.
Yeah.
Say I'm off with Weah. Your president, now your ego. Hey, say I'm off with Weah. Your president, now your ego.
Wally Kanneh, welcome.
Say I'm off with Weah.
Ali Bagayogo,
Your president,
welcome.
now your ego. Hey,
Patrick Kayoske,
say I'm off with Weah.
welcome to you there.
Your president, now your ego.
Awatote, welcome.
You want to not to lose, and you can stop it. The mental talent,
Jenny B. Watkins,
the mental gift,
welcome to you.
you too dedicated. I
Shout out
love
to
my
David.
president, mighty warrior.
And the Archie Tape, we were not here, but we're here now.
Always win,
Welcome.
never lose it.
I love my president. Sam Rick,
Hey,
Rhode Island, welcome.
My country giant.
Don't lose the plane.
Hey, I'm off with Weah.
Miles from Atlanta, Georgia,
Your
welcome.
president, now your ego. Hey,
Lovely June Pay,
I'm off with Weah.
welcome there from the CDC headquarters
Your president, now your ego.
from Monrovia, Liberia.
Hey, I'm off with Weah. Hey, your president, now your ego.
Your president, now your equal.
Your president, now your ego. Hey,
Catherine Doe,
I'm off with Weah.
welcome to you.
Your president, now your ego. Yeah.
Sam Rick, I was just blocked by the hater Jay Rennie because I called myself a Weah chef. He told me not to come on his show.
I love my president,
Mario, Elena Brown, welcome to you.
always winning,
never lose it.
I love my president.
Gatti first, country first. Gatti passed away. Welcome to you. Julius Melton. His loving highness Melton. Welcome. Absolutely. Ali Bagayogo. That's Big Keeper. Emmanuel Bro. Welcome to you. From the John Floyd Memorial Square in Minneapolis. Mira Marsha, welcome to you.
I love my president, mighty warrior.
Just got a text message to back up the song for a minute.
Always winning,
Never lose it.
I love my president. Hey.
My country giant,
don't live the king. Your president, now your equal. Hey, tell your mom from Joey. Your president, now your equal.
That's a shame. Thing he did to me. I do this crazy. Patterson Davis. Welcome. Sophie Blammer. Welcome to you.
Your president, now your equal. Yeah.
Welcome, folks, or welcome. It's great to see all of you here tonight. It's great to have you all on here tonight. Indeed, we got a great show for all of us, so don't go nowhere. Be my guest, and let's have a great time, all right? Sophie Blammer, welcome to you. Jessica Bessler on the YouTube channel, welcome there. Great to have you all on here. Charlene Pratt, welcome to you, lady. Good to see you on here as well. Joseph Richards, welcome. My brother, Lawrence, that's Rachel Lawrence, welcome to you. Josephine Satamwa Amisa, good to see you on here. Eddie Mayata Song, Belleman, my black president, George Weah, no doubt. And Danny Watkins, I have been begging for all these goodies because I cannot find them on YouTube. you gotta they'll go on Gina Hardtop page on YouTube and look at it. Our song, playlist and stuff. You will find all these songs are right there, my man. Danny Watkins, they are all there. Welcome to all of you joining us here tonight. Aaron Willie, good to see you on here on the YouTube channel as well. Welcome to you, Aaron. It's good to see you on here tonight. Nosu Boys Mona Pambada, that's our disciplinary manager, aka Joseph Eddie Lama. Please be informed that there is absolutely no insult of any kind on this great platform. If anyone is found in such an act, will be blocked immediately. Remember, we also have our nurse on duty to take care of anyone who is seriously sick on this great platform. Thanks for participating and listening tonight. Absolutely. Welcome to you there. Frederick Tennessee Neiman, good to see you on here. He said, why you solo did not win your district? Talking about Solomon George in our district number 7, Monserrado County. Absolutely. All right, so folks, welcome to all of you. Tonight's broadcast is dedicated to number of folks celebrating their birthdays, anniversaries, and special milestones. Talking about Feloncio Bright Crawford, our CLN first annual convention chairperson there in Minnesota. Happy birthday to you. She's now CDC USA Women League chairlady elect. I call her executive director for the Women's League. Ain't no small position, and she's not that person, But I'm executive director for Feloncio Bright Crawford. Happy birthday to you. My own sister there in Minnesota, my small sister, baby Miller, Baby Miller is a very dear sister to my heart, my young sister, and I'm excited for her. Massa Washington, Massa Washington of Philadelphia, happy birthday to you. Susan Green, Philadelphia. Winston Logan, Lincoln, the Legend Ward, Kawuflan, Philadelphia. Cousin Sophie, Cortos Johnson, Mirizet Ja, HF, CMN, Martha Freeman Cheer, Teresa Kao Masale, Maxwell Culver, Arita K. Tukba, Joanne Willie Tukwi. And for other of you celebrating your birthdays, anniversaries, and special milestones, we say congratulations to you. This broadcast is dedicated to you as well. Okay. Indeed, we got a great show for all of us here tonight. Our top stories. Our top stories. We have Samuel Tweah in the news for all the good reasons, asking or demanding the Boakai government to apologize to Liberians for lying. Okay, we're gonna be reading Tweah's article or his op-ed that he wrote. Apologize to Liberians. Former Finance Minister Samuel D. Tweah Jr. has penned that the Joseph Yuma Boakai Unity Party government need to apologize to the Liberian people for lying to them about the harmonization and later embrace it. All right, we have that article. We're going to be reading it and discussing it with you. The War Economic Crime Code establishment, the vetting committee to find a suitable candidate for the position of executive director or executive secretary for the Office of War Economic Crime Code Leadership, has released 5 names shortlisted for said position. They are Cllr Jallah A, Barbu, Cllr Boakai Kanneh, Cllr Jerome J Verdier, Cllr James Nyepan Verdier, and former TRC Commissioner Massa Washington. How did the committee arrive at the shortlisted names? Did they apply for the position? Were they called or asked to present their respective resumes? Why 2 brothers were shortlisted? A story for digging deeper. All right. President Boakai is in Italy along with the speaker, J. Fonati Kofa, as well as the former president, George Mane Weah. He's also in Italy. That is George Weah. We have a little highlight we want to present to you before we go into our conversation with His Excellency, President George Weah in Italy. All right. Let's bring this for you here, George Weah. And thanks to Sekou Kalasco Demaro for this piece. Just take a look of George Weah in Italy.
Well, he just got through with his panel discussion with the Festival de la Spose in they had some Liberians here too. Had some Liberians here, but I didn't get. Yeah.
This shirt is signed by Ronaldinho. This photo.
After the interview,
Scusi, posso farmi fare la filmata dalla moglie? No.
well, I mean, I'm going to be posting the conversation, very enlightening one about Liberia, what he believed. A very strong interaction here today by His Excellency. Like I said, it was a panel discussions in Italy organized by Festival de la Sport.
Jerome Weah, wow, this is so emotional. The world has shown lots of respect for our former president, and Liberians didn't value what God has given them. And Frederick Tennessee, man, two things that touched me were he advocated for Lone Star to be sponsored by Theodora, and what president was the man who did the commentary for George Weah protocol goal.
Don't want to do it autograph.
JNB Watkins, President Weah is respected everywhere he goes. Pale Rita Reto, welcome to you there. All right, let's pause it here or put up a brief silence here. And let me see this place. Let's go back on that clip. That hugging. That's the commentator. That's the commentator who was yelling The pole-to-pole goal. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. 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 Okay. Okay.
Photo together. Wow, best friend.
Okay, this is the old man who was commentating our pole-to-pole game. You know, the goal he scored from pole to pole. This is the old man that was doing the commentary on that game. Oh my word. Hey.
All right. We also continue to see that video on YouTube and elsewhere. The pole-to-pole goal scored by President George Weah. The warm embrace there by that older white man was the guy who commentated that goal. He was yelling, "Go, go, go!" with all of the commentary he did, praising the skillful legs, minds of then AC Milan striker George Weah. Let me bring in Rashad Bazeji Chapin here quickly, and then we're going to go to our conversation. Miss Chapin, good evening to you. Welcome. How you doing?
Thank you, Mr. Gilmer. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Thank God. Thank God for everybody following the platform. Family, Sarah, she just arrived.
Yeah.
Thank God for her too.
Right.
And you, Mr. Gilmer, you in the family. Praying for you each day.
No doubt.
Appreciate God for you and your family. Yeah, and thank you for the program always. So I don't know. Let's say in Liberia, the people they are not those who us and those who follow Joshua. We are not in our rightful minds. We are stupid.
Yeah.
They call it all kinds of names. But see, these are children who apparently who were even born. Some of those people there, you know, when Joshua were playing football. These are children who they only heard about him and watch maybe video documentary and read in magazines and books
Right.
about President Weah play. See how they're shouting for him.
Shouting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shouting.
Yeah.
See the emotion they display. No, it's grace, Mr. Gilmore, as most people can say, and most of our followers. It's just and our members. It's just grace.
Grace. Yeah.
It's just grace.
Absolutely. Miss
Just for
Dopo, Sarah, welcome. How you doing?
and Mr. Gilmore, let me say this quickly.
Okay.
You see how he turned around and hug that the commentator.
Right.
So that's tell you the relationship he built with the people. He wasn't just playing the football there, but he built relationship.
He
You
did.
know,
Yeah.
and he built relationship with all those people. I think personally, we didn't want to drag his football association into a football network. Let me say that a football network
Into the
into
politics.
politics. Yes,
Yeah.
because I think he had more to leverage.
Yeah.
Or he want to mix sports and politics.
Right.
Yeah, I think he kept that line. Personally, we had a discipline, man.
He is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Miss Dopo,
Yes, sir.
welcome, welcome. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much. Hi to everyone, Sis Rochelle and our followers. I want to say hello and welcome and thank you so much for the platform, Mr. Gilman.
No doubt. Let's get your take, your excerpts or takeaways on President Weah at this sports festival in Italy. You see the guy near him there. Is the man who commentated that pull to pull goal. After so many years, they've come to meet again, and the excitement and everything, the warm embrace, signing autographs by everybody wanted him to sign something for them, either on a jersey, on a piece of paper, on football, you name it. Your takeaways.
Well, to tell you the truth, Mr. Gilman, when I watched that video, I was actually tearing up.
Yeah.
I was tearing up for so many reasons. One, I see nothing but humility in President Weah, and also I see gratitude in him. What he did over there, actually, I mean, people might overlook it, hate him, like him, whatever you want to say, but he actually puts our country on the map.
Right.
Like if somebody, would have gone to Italy and call Weah his name, they would know. Oh, Liberia. They would mention Liberia
They will
from.
mention Liberia, yeah.
Exactly. So it brought a lot of tears of joy to me, and I really, really, I went back, to watch the video again, and then I was like, this man is really, he's really a remarkable person. I really, really, I felt so good about that video.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
uh, with all the comments that I'm putting up here, my young brother there, Adama Fofana says, please let leave former President Weah alone so he can live his private life. He's a public figure, anyways. Right? Yeah. Okay, folks, again, welcome to you there. That was excerpt from President Weah trip there in Italy. Okay. We let me read this. Let me read this comment from Joseph Cllr Richards. Said Jesus Christ was never respected in his own home. He was born at Bethlehem, and the people asked, "Is there any good thing can come from Lazarus? Can any good come out of Lazarus? Any good out of Bethlehem?" That's what Cllr Richards is saying here. Can anything good come out of Weah? Yeah, that's the implication. Yeah, but we got a great show. And Frederick, Tennessee. Mr. Gamer, one thing again I was surprised about was when President Weah said that he could not write on the flag of Liberia that the Liberian guy should get something else. Absolutely. Yeah, you'll be altering the flag. That's the flag. Yeah, absolutely.
I tell you, Mr. Gilmore, President, we are very disciplined.
Very disciplined.
Yeah.
Danny Watkins wants to know what's the YouTube channel. It's Judah Hard Talk. The YouTube channel is Judah Hard Talk. All right. Go there. We got a whole lot of playlists for you. We got a Liberian playlist. We got all kinds of playlists, different songs. You name it, anything you want is right there on Judah Hard Talk YouTube channel. Go exactly to our YouTube channel, subscribe to it, and you'll be able to navigate yourself through. All right. Joseph Wally Kanneh, whoever God blessed, he or she is blessed. Period. Yeah. All right, Sam Riggs, do that. Victoria Musulu Townsend, I just say this in my heart. Yeah. And Jen McBorough, exactly. So I don't know what the so-called press secretary was talking about. Useless Boakai is traveling to restore our country image. What has useless Boakai ever restored in his life? Yeah. Jawala Plua, welcome to you there. And this, and then we'll go to our conversation. Victoria Musule Townsend, President Weah should be careful with people around him or towards him. I don't know. She probably responding to somebody. He is chosen by God. Absolutely, he is chosen by God. So, one of our top stories here tonight is that of Samuel Tweah. Samuel Tweah telling the Boakai government that they need to apologize to the Liberian people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they need that the Unity Party government needs to apologize to the Liberian people
Mm-hmm.
for lying to the people about harmonization,
Mm-hmm.
and then they will later on embrace it.
Right.
D12 penned an article today that he posted on his social media platform. We do have that article. We're gonna be showing it to you, but let's bring you D12 picture. This is Samuel D12 Jr., former finance minister of Liberia. Uh, and we have the article here. We're gonna read it and discuss it with you.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. He says Unity Party government finally validates harmonization in its program agreement with the IMF. The government should release a public statement apologizing to voters for deceiving them about harmonization. The government
Mm-hmm.
should put out a public statement apologizing to voters for deceiving them about harmonization. All right. So, 12 writes long, but this one is not too long. We can take a couple minutes to read it for all of us to understand what he's saying here. In his memorandum of economic and financial policies, the UP government has agreed to one, slightly reduce the nominal wage bill compared to the 2023 outturn. However, this will generate a substantial saving in terms of GDP from 7.1% of GDP to 6.3% of GDP. End of quote. Now, let's break this down for our people. The UP government is saying that the CDC government ended with a wage bill of US $305 million in 2023. And they will reduce this wage bill to around 270 million. In other words, they are cutting US $34 million from public wage. Okay? The wage bill, this is not operations in government. It is not purchasing government vehicles or stationaries and supplies or what have you. But this is the wage bill entails payment of salaries or whatever wages that at the current state, 305 million. The UP government has agreed to reduce it to 270 million. How will they reduce it to 270 million? First of all, this is a black lie to the IMF. Current wage bill trends show the wage bill will end above US 300 million in 2024. So the new minister who may not have been involved in these negotiations will have to request a rewrite of this portion of the myth or the memorandum of economic financial policies. This may be serious since the IMF board has already approved. Okay? A move from US 305 million to 270 million is not a slight reduction. Somebody didn't know what they were saying. Okay? You're talking about $35 million cutting from salaries, from the wage bill. How is it possible? Second, and most importantly, for our purposes, reducing the wage bill sustains the trends begun under the harmonization between 2019 2023. The wage bill declined from 10% of GDP to 7.1% of GDP. To take wage to 6.3% of GDP means further reduction, which is contrary to reversing harmonization. You get it? Wilton Ketter say, if you don't get it, forget about it. You get it? The wage bill, to reduce it from 305 million to 270 million, is not a slight reduction. It is not. Second, I read that. Second and most important, I read that. The UP-led government, the UP lied to the Liberian people during the 2023 campaign. It was going to reverse harmonization. Whatever the phrase is supposed to mean, the reverse harmonization, you have to go back. To reverse harmonization, you have to go back to the very equitably high salary levels for 4 or 5 ministries that harmonization targeted. This means you will be adding more than 30 million to the wage bill, not trying to reduce it by 34 million, which is not even possible. Harmonization was subjected to propaganda. Some health workers whose salaries were never harmonized were singing, "You harmonize our pay, we harmonize your vote." Now, when the dust has settled, the government is not even able to give health workers the US 5 million placed in a budget by the CDC government to give them an increase under a new pay scale agreed with them. Okay? That's something that we were saying here. We'll continue to say from time immemorial. That Sam read that good English. that President Weah and his financial team had agreed. Yeah. Had agreed to thank you, Paula Orito Reto. Had agreed to increase salaries for health workers, as well as abolish what an old JJ Robertson supplementary payroll that everybody was going to go on a payroll, the main payroll, and nobody left behind. They didn't listen to that. Yeah. Harmonization was subjected. Yeah, okay. So let it be clear that the UP will not be fulfilling its campaign promise of reversing harmonization. It's not possible. They want to further harmonize, to reduce from 305 million to 270 million. You are reducing salaries.
Wow.
That's what you are doing. You are reducing salaries. We will aggressively monitor the wage reform to see what changes the UP will effect that is substantially different from reforms undertaken by the CDC. So far, the UP government is building on the harmonized wage structure effected by the CDC. This structure abolished a general allowance system which was not based on any rules or grade for hiring. The current payroll audit to be implemented under the IMF program is a CDC audit. To reverse harmonization, you have to go back to the no rules system. So far, nothing new has emerged. We are also waiting to see the remaining 35% salary increase for UL instructors, whose salary went up around 65% under the CDC. When are judges going to see additional increase after receiving partial increase under President Weah? We are waiting to see the end of voluntary payroll that the CDC promised several teachers and health workers. Are they going to remain perpetual volunteers? The question is now what we're just talking, right? Yeah. The question is, how can you do all of this and still take wage to 270 million when in fact the wage bill for 2024 is currently crash landing at above 300 million US dollars?
Popcorn, please.
Let it be known that verification of 6,000 civil servants who are supposed to be ghosts and turn out some savings are really not ghosts. And this is causing serious problem for the current Minister of Finance, who cannot make sense of the numbers his people are reporting to him. The promised savings, the vla, as we say in Liberian parlance. And my advice to the minister is to do a clean sweep away from the false assumptions and politically motivated work of people before him. You cannot politicize everything in the country and may just have to be real about some things. Let the UP apologize for the lie on harmonization and come clean with the Liberian people. Let's keep public discourse factual and honest.
That's right.
Samuel D. Tweah Jr. All right. That's the excerpt from D. Tweah Jr. to the Boakai government and administration that they did lie. And you know, you lie your way into government, into elections, into being president, but you cannot lie in governing.
No way.
And from summer to a write-up, you see that they lied to the IMF to accept that you agree to reduce wage bill from 305 million to 270. And how are you going to do that?
He says all those 72-year-old advisors.
Yeah. Now, one of his advisors older than him.
I tell
Yeah.
you. Man, I don't know what.
Yeah.
All the opposition president, we are in all the position to control the budget. In me, all to control the wage bill. He opened all the position. He created a new one.
He did.
All of my grandfather then there, grandpa there. He
blocked the government. All those small. He created a whole lot of new agencies and all kind of branches in government. Yeah.
Clever people then there were Mr. Gilmore.
Yeah.
The people
from Cllr High, yeah.
Yeah, from Cllr High. Oh, they're clever. They know plenty.
What doing to you here?
Incompetent. Mr. Gilmore, let me tell you that the president we had won the election and turned out going to be a great help to the health system.
Absolutely.
You know that all the years I worked in Liberia, my knee never went on government payroll for the ministry as a health worker.
You were not.
You were what? Volunteer?
I just used to find my way. I work with NGO now. My salary used to come through NGO. My first job came through Save the Children.
Yeah.
Save the Children. Yeah, our officer in charge way there in my TV in one. Save the Children pay my salary there. And God helped me. I got a job. I came to Cali Hospital. I worked for a while, and then I went back to school to do primary health care. And then after that, I started working with NGO. from one NGO to another, one NGO to another, and then later I went back to the Ministry of Health. You see, the job in Gibi, our Ministry of Health job, what they couldn't pay, so safe the children were paid.
Right.
So yeah, later before I went back to the Ministry of Health from 2000, 2008, if I'm mistaken, 2007, 2008, I went back to the Ministry of Health. The whole while I was there, I was being paid by the Global Fund. Up to the time I came to Australia, my knee never went on payroll. I tried. My knee never went on payroll because there were people who were collecting the Global Fund and getting the regular Ministry of Health and salary, because I wanted the pension benefit, you know, so I wanted my knee to go, because there's something that just contract, the Global Fund, they pay you by that contract. I later on said before they started to pay income tax on it. And then I don't know, say what are they pay Social Security for? I'm too sure. You see? So I wanted that benefit. I tried to get on payroll. I never got on payroll.
It was never possible.
Yeah, it was a very difficult process.
These were the things that President Weah and his financial team told the Liberian people during the heat of the election, or the campaigns and what have you, that we've seen government. We understand how government works, but what we've done, harmonization, and we have stabilized the economy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give pay increases to teachers, to health workers, to the security sectors, and what have you. Civil servants as a whole will see a little bit of pay increases. We are also going to abolish the supplementary payroll. These were promises. We have the videos, the tapes.
You know, the health workers not to get into the politics, but anyway. Some of us going in our we can't all
these were promised the Liberian people, the civil servants.
So
we're gonna do X, Y, Z. We're gonna increase your pay and what have you. And they say, Miss Dopo?
Yeah. So according to US right out, the UP government have agreed with the IMF to do what now? They're
the IMF said similar thing the IMF told the Weah government.
Right.
In order to be in the IMF system or to have IMF support you,
right,
you need to harmonize the salaries.
Right.
They told it to the Cllr Boakai government in the past. They did not listen and they did not implement it because they felt it was going to cause a backlash.
Okay.
So when the new government by CDC came in, they saw another opportunity, sending people starting afresh, left force it on them. And the CDC government, Bosch, they agree to take that step. And so that's how harmonization was implemented. Okay. Now, the World Bank, IMF are saying the Boakai government needs to further reduce the wage bill from 300 million to 270 million.
Yeah.
And they agree.
Mm-hmm.
They agree. Now, what could be the reasons for the IMF or the World Bank wanting to further reduce the wage bill? Is it that the people are on social media, they follow the radios, they follow everything?
Mm-hmm.
Is it that the level of stealing, corruption in the Boakai government, the purchase of a brand new vehicle every 3 years for lawmakers, $45,000.
Mm.
All right. The millions allocated in the budget for the president office, for the vice president, for the speaker, the deputy speaker, president pro tem. Okay. You have the guy at Freeport, at LPRC water and sewer, their generator making more money than human beings. All these wasteful spending. Is the IMF, the World Bank trying to tell the Boakai government, say, look, you can't continue to pay people for these lavish lifestyles or lavish benefits, gasoline, transportation, you name it. Yeah.
Wow. It's crazy. Very crazy. And that's why even up to now, some people have not taken pay yet.
No.
Because of the things they're doing. I really think that they are increasing now because and then they're bringing on new people. I saw some posts, one of the supporters was saying that he was reacting to G12's write-up talking about they're trying to get rid of Ghost name. And they're trying to get rid of Ghost name. That
they put over 3,000 people down. But this government from various departments in government,
exactly,
agencies and ministries, they put over 3,000 to 5,000 people down.
Right.
And yet and still, the wage bill did not decrease.
Nope.
Okay, so it is not the issue of 6,000 ghost named that Vla, according to the 12 write-up.
That's why he doesn't understand.
Okay.
They're talking about getting rid of ghost. That ghost name will bring the wage bill down.
That's not ghost names. People. That's what I like the Samuel 12 closing there. He said, people should be honest about, he said you cannot politicize everything in the country.
No.
And may just have to be real about some things.
At a certain point in time, you have to be real all the time.
But you have to be real.
They're using it for politics. So when you go, you gotta say the truth.
Absolutely. You gotta say the truth. All right, folks, if you just joined us here, this is Jallah Hard Talk, Liberia First on GHT, and we are coming to you from Detroit, Michigan. We are discussing Samuel Tweah's write-up or article that he wrote today, demanding an apology from the Unity Party government. So, Unity Party government finally validates harmonization in its program agreement with the IMF. The government should release a public statement apologizing to voters for deceiving them about harmonization. Okay, that heading alone tells you, if you saw the heading and read about it, the thing you get from it is that the IMF and the current Liberian government have agreed on a number of things. One of them is to reduce the wage bill from 305 million to 270 million.
Wow.
Jupiter G. Tones, Maurice F. Krumah, Kana Zille, Jen Maboro, Rebecca Sayo, How, Ansu Kaba, Victoria Johnson, Eddie Mayata Song Belema. How is it possible to reduce 305 million to 270 million without affecting anybody's salary? How is it possible? Is it a scheme to just agree to IMF and then you get the credit? Is that you play deceit to get what you want? Is that what the Boakai government attempting to do here? Yeah? Is that what the Boakai government attempting to do here? To play deceit with the IMF, with the World Bank. So Jallah just agree. They know will not cut anybody pay. Nobody won't cut their pay now. Just like what he said about yellow machines. Let a yellow machine come and double Jallah say you can't pay for it. You just signed that IMF paper there and let them come say, let them send the money, then they must contact or to call people's salary. We'll tell them say not possible. Boyma Kanneh, William Kesimu, is that what the Boakai government is suggesting to our international partners? I hope we can host Samuel Tweah one day soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if he decides to come on, we'll try to make it early so that we accommodate his time and whatever, because he's currently in Liberia, and the time difference right now is pretty close to 4 a.m. and 10 to 4 is 10 to 12 here. So if he decides to come on, we will definitely find a time to come on, like probably 7 or 6 p.m. Yeah. So that we can talk to the Liberian people, or maybe we can do it as a joint on the Freedom High Talk. 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Liberian Time. We probably can do that. I'll talk to our host on Freedom High Talk, Austin Kawa, if we can host D12 to elaborate a little bit more on this piece of information that he put out there. But folks, welcome to you. It's been a great time talking to you here. We're gonna move on to other things.
D12 and Jail Frenzy. I really like to hear Jail Frenzy explaining about the harmonization.
Right. Absolutely.
Really honestly, those people that deceit have catch up with them.
It has.
Yeah, and it was a bad precedent to the IMF. You know that her policy will be used as a political instrument.
Right.
You know, so maybe they're tossing to maybe the IMF say, okay, fine. Hey, you're in now. Let's try it here. Let's see.
Yeah, but the IMF were behind the Unity Party Government for Salif and Boakai time.
Yeah,
the IMF were behind them to do that.
Yeah, it was a very bad.
It was not feasible to pay one minister 18,000, and you pay another minister, 5,000, 8,000, or you pay one driver at the Ministry of Finance driving the minister, you pay that driver $4,000, and the other driver working at Internal Affairs driving the Minister of Internal Affairs, you pay them $350. It wasn't fair, it wasn't equitable, and what have you. And that's what 12 wrote about. That to go back to the pre-harmonization is to go back to the inequitably distribution of wage or whatsoever. Yeah, that harmonization brought about the equitable distribution of wage as per position and a job title whatsoever. So it's not possible. They are not going to reduce anybody's salaries. We're gonna be watching. We're gonna be watching.
Sack all the advisors.
Yeah,
the 72-year-old advisors. Sack all of them.
We're gonna be watching, and we will bring it to you as they unfold. Mars SP Pelu, welcome to you there. Says good afternoon, Mr. Gilmore. Says Rachel, Mr. G Chapin, and Sarah Dopo. Absolutely, welcome to you.
How are you, Mars?
And Susie Lamadan, welcome to you as well. And Eddie Mayata Song Belema, JNB is also sleeping, so his government will be performing miracle in their dreams to get the how. Mr. Zonwe, Saturday Zonwe Wulule, welcome to you there. Good to see you here from Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome, okay? Another story that we have been following is the resignation of the Liberia permanent representative or ambassador to the United Nations, Ambassador Cllr Fyneah. All right. We brought that story to you on Friday, and today we were able to get hold of her resignation letter and publish the letter. GHT is the first network that did publish the letter for the resignation letter. Cllr Kanneh, welcome to you there, brother. Hopefully we'll get to hear you later on tonight on the show. Says good evening, my brother and the GHT CLM family. Good evening to you. Welcome. And Rasha Ma said she's doing well. I will be in your city this weekend. She's coming to your city. Make sure you cook some kind of grumpy soup with plenty pepper inside. Coffee. Miss Chapin.
Yeah, I hear you.
Ma says she coming to your city. So
yeah, well, they say when you in bad time, you handle it bad. When she can't, we'll go for coffee.
Right. Yeah.
When she can't, we'll go for coffee. Australia, they go off for coffee.
Absolutely. And Salome Weeks, my sister there from Seattle, Washington. Welcome to you. Good to see you. As always, hope you are doing well. And Black Man, Muff, BMM. Mr. Gilmer, how are you doing? I'm doing well, my man. Welcome. Thank you. Yeah. And yeah, what Ma say? Ma say with plenty pepper soup. Yeah. That coffee there, let's get pepper inside. Pepper.
Okay, Omas.
Yeah.
When you come in, just let me know.
Okay, so we have the letter for Ambassador Fyneah. She did resign, confirm our story, and this is the letter here. Sarah Fyneah, resignation letter to Joseph Nyepan Boakai. Okay, that's the letter there. Is on our page. You can find the letter on GHT page there. And the way we placard the GHT on the people you can't erase it easily. If you erase it, we'll see it. Thanks to our Digging Deeper department for this investigation and reportage. Yeah. Everybody that had a role to play in this, we say thank you very much to get this letter out to us and have it published. So the letter is dated October 11, 2024. Dear Mr. President, I present my compliments and hereby acknowledge receipt of the formal letter of recall received August 14, 2024, previously communicated verbally on June 26, 2024, by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, informing that Your Excellency wished to recall me due to my stance regarding Liberia's vote on December 12, 2023. Sorry. On that occasion, I defended that the actions of foreign service officers are always aligned with the official stance of the country as guided by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and that no unilateral decisions are made regarding votes. Despite Your Excellency's decision to recall me because of my defense of my diplomatic career, you remain confident in my abilities as demonstrated in the letter of recall, where I was offered a position upon my return as policy advisor, counsel, and global campaign coordinator, special envoy for Liberia's bid for a non-permanent seat on the UN Security Council. However, after careful consideration, I must respectfully decline the appointment at this stage of my career. In fact, I penned my letter of resignation immediately following my verbal communication with the minister on June 26, 2024, prior to receiving the letter of recall. However, when it was apparent that there was no clear transition plan in place after I made several inquiries, I remained fully committed to my duties as ambassador, including leading up to Your Excellency's successful participation in the 79th United Nations General Assembly High Level Week, where we successfully launched Liberia's campaign bid for a non-permanent seat on the UN Security Council for the term 2026-2027. I continue to serve with dedication, even receiving Your Excellency on several occasions while in transit in New York. Prior to your administration in 2023, I faced a significant professional challenge. I faced significant professional challenges which affected me personally, including living in unsuitable conditions, unbefitting of Liberia's representative to the United Nations, and working under conditions far from conducive. Throughout this difficult period, my hope for change sustained me. And like many Liberians, I believe that change arrived with your election as President of the Republic of Liberia. I will forever be grateful. I will forever be grateful for the trust and confidence you placed in me during these pivotal months. It has been a profound privilege to serve as ambassador extraordinary and plenipotentiary of Liberia to the United Nations under your esteemed leadership over the past 8 months, during which time I had the honor of advancing Liberia's interest on the global stage and contributing to key diplomatic milestones.
That's
I
right.
wish I wish you continued success in your leadership of our great nation. Respectfully, Ambassador Fyneah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the letter
Hmm.
by Ambassador Fyneah. Let's get your thoughts, your takeaways.
That,
Ladies?
that, that letter brings um sadness to my heart
Uh-huh.
for the fact that I on the back end of that story, I heard she made some payments, some disbursement on her own. They were supposed to pay her reimbursement
Right.
through
Right.
that. So when you're recording people, you gotta make sure you read the quick kit and provide something for them to leave.
Yeah.
Did they provide her anything? Are they giving her anything for her to
They
relocate?
did not. They did not.
Or
They
like
did.
just
They did not. They did not provide her. They recall her, but they did not give her any money for she and her family to go back home. They we reported on Friday that she incurred some expenses, something that she listed in there.
mm-hmm,
She stated in the letter that her living quarters or living environment was unconducive, and she had to spend some money to bring it to par to stand up. She's a diplomat at the United Nations, the first person for the Liberian mission.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, she spent some money that she's requesting the Boakai government to refund. They are not doing it.
mm-hmm. Very sad.
Yeah,
Well, I don't think they will pay that money back.
Hmm.
no.
Yeah, so well, it's only professional to do that. If you feel that the environment has become hostile and you feel the some form of abuse, you know,
Hmm.
and harassment in the workplace, then it's better to move away, because if you don't do that, you will have like double injury. You're gonna injure your career and your mental state.
Right.
Yeah, so it's only safe that you move away. So I think she took the most appropriate decision.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, to move away. But I think the Boakai government to made big mistake. You are vying for a bid, such an important bid, and the
Right.
person who should champion that bid, you're not at terms with them. You know. So that was good political decision. A non-political but governance decision that was not good at all. I'm not saying that she did anything wrong, because no professionally she would have loved to achieve that, so that it goes into her resume as an achievement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so but it was equally you should have given her all the necessary support. And what she's saying is like she didn't get that support, because while these things involve a lot of layers, you know, a lot of lobbying, a lot of networking, and you can't lobby and network with your empty hand. You have to invite people at the embassy or in your home or in a public hotel or something for dinner. Talk to them. That's how people do the networking meetings. They do them here often. You talk to them, you advocate your position, you do a little quick presentation and to justify why you are the best candidate. She needed a lot of money, even when those head of states, because some people can arrive in advance. You can
Yeah.
launch a quick evening tea, acquaintance tea, and to promote your position. Well, I bet she didn't get all the support. That's some of the thing that frustrated her. Maybe she didn't get all the support, and there's a rush for George, there's a rush for Goldman with no coordination. It really injured Boakai government, but they are not seeing it because they are the clever people. So they would just rush to move people off their job or to make you feel uncomfortable at your job, so that you move away, so they have the space for themselves. So they never leverage a lot of things.
Morana.
Some of these people were doing a lot of good project and things. Look at Emma. The other day I was sitting
That's
down
it.
here thinking, I said, I wish I had the resources and I knew Emma. I will talk to Emma so that she goes to Rivers and because the prom, they do
Right.
prom farming. Yeah, you know that. You don't have to go to the river to collect it all the time. They make
Right.
a whole place and
Right.
do farming. And Emma
Like,
studied aquaculture. You know, Emma, all those things in Boakai should be. He called himself 42-year-old agriculture specialist
we
somewhere.
we we
Not
we
leverage those things.
our triple D department, Miss Chapin and Miss Dopo. One second here. Our triple D department is working overtime here. We've just received this was a press release from the permanent mission of Liberia, Republic of Liberia, in the United Nations, New York, United States of America. A press release dated December 20th, 2023, on the vote that was taken by uh, 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 Ambassador Fyneah. Ambassador Fyneah refutes that Liberia's diplomats at the UN acted independently and calls for review and clarification of misrepresentation. New York, December 20th, 2023. Liberia's ambassador and permanent representative to the United Nations, Her Excellency Cllr Fyneah, asserts that Liberia's diplomats at the UN operate under the guidance and instructions of the Minister of Foreign Affairs ensuring that their actions align with their country's stance. According to her, decisions are not made independently. Instead, guidance is sought to accurately represent Liberia's position. Ambassador Fyneah clarifies that the government of Liberia's initial vote on UN Resolution A/ES 10-L27 on December 12 was based on a prior directive from the ministry, which unfortunately contradicted His Excellency President Weah's and the government's established stance. The discrepancy raises concerns about misrepresentation, prompting a need for the president to seek clarification from the minister, who similarly did not adhere to his instructions issued since November 4th, over a month before the UN vote. She added, quote, "It's important to highlight that on December 8th, I instructed the Deputy Permanent Representative to seek the minister's guidance to co-sponsor the draft resolution AES 10L27, but received no response. On December 12th, I communicated with the minister and the acting foreign minister to confirm their directive on the vote on the resolution. Acting on their affirmative response, I instructed a staffer to implement the directives." End of quote. Ambassador Fyneah recounted. Ambassador Fyneah stressed that the responsibility for the inaccurate directive lies with the ministry, and it's crucial not to tarnish the reputation of Liberia's diplomats at the UN, who, despite challenges, continue to make sacrifices for Liberia's visibility and contribution to the United Nations mandate. Additionally, since the UN is seized with the matter and the mission represents Liberia at the UN, it was neither informed nor received such an important policy decision of President Weah's contained in his communication dated November 4th to Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, emphasizing the call for a ceasefire and the establishment of humanitarian corridors. The lack of communication on the part of the ministry to the mission on this crucial issue further underscores the need for a thorough review and clarification. Signed, Cllr Safin Fyneah, Ambassador, Permanent Representative to the United Nations. Okay, so that was something that is referenced in her resignation letter. Okay, and this was done before Boakai even was even inaugurated. Ladies, are you guys there? Miss Dopo, Miss Chapin?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. My background a little bit noisy, but my son
Yeah.
So yeah, so I don't know. Well, how does this come into this whole Boakai administration? Because I think that tension thing at the end of President Weah regime, you know, that H12 vote, I remember that issue.
Right.
So how does this come into? Was she being
Boakai indicated to her that
yeah.
That's why they are recalling her the vote taken on December 12th. That's why she's being recalled. And she stated in a resignation letter that she defended herself adequately, and the vote taken was not without the consent or knowledge of the government, the country. Yeah, but rather that's what it was. Yeah,
Well, bye
yeah,
bye. Bye governors.
telling you. So that's we're gonna publish this other press release momentarily so that you can have it as well and see what you can make of it. All right.
Yep.
And Abraham Connor says that name sounds like a Nimba name. Is she a Nibayan? No, Sarah Fyneah. Uh, she probably married to somebody from Nimba,
Mhm.
but I think she's a crew woman. You can see crew in the letter, my man, in her resignation. Yeah, wisdom cheddar. Abby, you can see crew in her resignation letter. The woman fighting, poor Kosibo. She fighting, she punching, right? Tennessee, Frederick. And funny game Masale and Comfort Wilson. Welcome to all of you there. Abubakar from Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome as well. It be laughing. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna publish that press release so that we can balance the story out here for all of us. And we are hoping today the Freedom Hard Talk sent out a request to see if we can host the ambassador Sarah Fyneah on the show anytime at her choosing. And we are still working on that, okay? So rest assured, when it happens, we'll inform you and we'll bring the story to you. Yeah. Federal Tennessee say yes, my papa. You can see the crew. You can see the crew in the letter. Yeah. Okay. What's the next story we've been working for you here? Boakai is in Italy, and to present, he has not met with the Italian president or prime minister. Neither has he met with the Pope. So if he went to pray for his sin, he will come back the same way or return the same way he went. He may not see the Pope. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So Boakai is in Italy. He and the speaker are there, and you see all the happenings, all the pageantry, the pomp and pageantry. It's not with Boakai. It's with the former president George Weah. All right. Uh, in the same town, in the same city, or in the same country at the same time. You see the fun fair around President Weah. All right. Uh, uh, but let's bring you this. We promised you that we're either going to do a show on Sunday, last Sunday, yesterday, if we had details of need be. This issue of the War Economic Crime Court office establishment. All right. We spoke about it briefly and said we're going to do a special on it, but we did not because from the time and what have you. But the vetting committee put together by Joseph Boakai to find suitable candidates published a short list of 5 persons for possible nomination to the position of executive director or secretary for the Office for the War Economic Crime Code establishment. Among the 5 persons are Cllr Jallah A. Barbu. Some of you know him. I think he's at LU. Jallah A. Barbu, Cllr Boakai Kanneh, Cllr Jerome J Verdier, and James Nyepan Verdier. Two brothers, Jerome Verdier and James Nyepan Verdier. and former TRC Commissioner Massa Washington were all shortlisted for said position. But how? How did the Committee on the Vetting arrive at these names? Okay. How did they arrive at these names? Did they just look in the clear blue sky or look among they play lottery? Did they play lottery among names? Say all these 15 names, everybody here they okay. But let's just put them in one jar, shake it up, one basket, shake it up, and then we pick 5 names from there. Is that what they did? Did they put out an announcement to say for the public to get involved? Like the first time the TRC was named, when the TRC was named, the public was involved in recommending people. It was, I think, originally it was a group of 9 people. One of them, Sheikh, I believe Sheikh Kafuma, left the council, the commission. I think he died, and so there were 8 that did the job. But the public was involved in finding those 9 people, and a bunch of people were named, and let's say the 9 were named, and then the president had to nominate or choose who had the commission, and that's how the deadbeat dad Jerome Verdier became chairman for the commission. Okay, but was the public, the Liberian people, involved in this process this time around to find somebody who will head that commission or will head the office? Was the Liberian people involved? We categorically say no. The Liberian people were not involved. Did they put out an announcement for people to send in their resumes to say, we are seeking qualified persons, and these are the criteria you need to meet, and send in your resume, let's vet you for said position? Did they do that? No. They did not do that. Did they? Of course, they published something about what the person should look like, their qualification, what have you. Should be a counselor with a master's degree in law and all of that. A.B. Kanneh, there was civil society involvement in the formation of the TRC. Absolutely. Thank you. All right. But in this process to name the person, something the civil society group rights advocates call for, it was not done. It was not followed through. So how did they arrive at the names? Did they place phone calls to people say, oh, my man Gilmore, we shortlisting you. I hope you will accept. Yeah, my man, you just put my name there. If they call some people, they did not call some other people, according to our investigation. Okay, so if they call anybody, they did not call some of the other people. All right, so how did they arrive at 4 gentlemen, 2 brothers among the 4 gentlemen, and 1 female? How did they even get to the idea to add 1 female to 4 men? And the female is Massa Washington. Did they include Massa Washington because she advocated against, or she was one of those who was strongly opposed to how Boakai named Massa, or was going about the establishment of the War Economic Crime Court Office and what have you? Is that why Massa Washington's name was added? Why not Councillor Reverend Dr. Barbu, the mother, who was also on the TRC, astute, trustworthy. Why didn't her? Why they couldn't include her as well? Why two brothers, Jerome Verdier and James Verdier? Why the two of them? Are they the only ones with a master's degree in law and counselors? Are they the only ones? I know the two brothers. James, I know James very well. Okay. Jerome, I said not very close. I don't know if we even interacted to what extent, except that we beat up one another on the internet here. But James, I know James well. But why two brothers? Isn't that a food for thought? Why two brothers? Okay, why not get the public involved? Yeah. Emmanuel, bro, I knew that long since that they are brother-in-law to Samuel Kofi Woods from Loking Town. Samuel Kofi Woods married their sister. I knew that long since. Yeah. And Kofi Woods is the national security advisor to Boakai, former public works minister. And Kofi Woods is one of those that is causing a lot of problem for the Boakai government. We are digging deeper into Samuel Kofi Woods, and we're going to bring it up as they all unfold. All right. But something is not right. The inclusion of Massa Washington and these other two distinguished gentlemen, Cllr Jallah Barbu and Boakai Kanneh, as we see it, is to give credence or the semblance that the process was fair. All right? It was inclusive. But no, from all indication, it was not fair. It was not inclusive. It was hidden from the public. And a few people got together to do this dirty work. And they want to tint or silence real advocates for freedom, justice, and fair play. Voices like Stewart, John Stewart, Massa Washington, Per Brown Bull, you name it, former members of the TRC who are in odds with Jerome Verdier. Okay, that's how I see it. They want to silence people to say, oh, these are just noise maker. They made noise about Massacre. Massacre has been removed, and now we even included Massa Washington, the other councilor then, Boakai Kanneh, and Jallah Barbu. They're all in the same league or whatsoever, but they're still making noise. Okay? They're still making noise. That's not the... If you cannot begin the establishment of war economic crime code that will punish people with people who records are also tinted. Jerome Verdier has a bad record on the TRC. He took money from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, not to prosecute her or not to remove her name from the list of 49 sanctioned people. He took monies. Okay? And the ties of he and his brother to Samuel Kofi Woods, the advisor to the president, Joseph Boakai today. Should Joseph Boakai nominate Samuel Jerome Verdier or James Verdier? It will be because Samuel Kofi Woods initiated that. And if anybody suggests that, they will be right. Whether he did or not, the proximity of him to power right now, to Joseph Boakai, the president, who will make the ultimate or the final decision in selecting or naming the person, Kofi Woods will have an influence on that. So the best that the vetting committee could have done is to involve the public, civic society groups. Okay? That's the best that could have ever happened. All right? Yeah. That's the best that could have ever happened. All right? Briefly, you heard what her name, Solomon George, talking a whole lot of tabata against President Weah, for which we play that song, Take Your Mouth from George Weah. The thing you don't know, don't talk it. All right? We will close on that, and then we'll take your calls and what have you. But first, let's go to our two distinguished ladies on here tonight. Ms. Dopo and Tappin. Get our excerpts, and we're going to open the phone lines.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
First of all, I want to say thank you so much, Mr. Which means we here in charge of, fight our people, about things that are going on in our country.
Right.
What's going on with the ambassador, the ex what were our positions there again?
Ambassador to the UN.
To the UN, okay.
Cllr Fyneah.
Cllr Fyneah, yeah. It's very, very, that's very, very, it's a diplomatic blunder. First of all, you don't recall somebody if you don't have money to at least, relocate them.
Relocate them, yeah.
Yeah. If you don't have money to relocate her, how's she going to leave? And she spent money on there from her personal money, and you can't reimburse her for that. I don't really know what these people, how they came to power. Seriously, these are people who brag about everything. And then and just blunder all along the way. It's happening. As a government has stopped, I will continue to, to listen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ms. Tappin, yeah.
That's okay. Well, thank you again, and thanks to all our followers as usual. We give glory to God for our lives and our health. Yeah, Mr. Kevin, we continue to pray for Liberia, but it's like I think sometime back I said, this the early stage, and we're not seeing the light. We're not seeing a clear corridor, a clear path to achieving some more tangible deliverables to add to what President Weah did. And as it go further, it will going to get tougher and more scatter,
Right.
So yeah, so I think we getting to that point because you can't see
Be talking, yeah. I will come right back. Be talking.
Yeah, you can't see any roadmap as it is. It just goes on like that. So from the the lady served in the position. She might have some wealth of experience, and she over the time she has built some huge network.
Yeah.
To work with her and leverage those network. Even if you want to change her position, you should work with her, leverage those position, and do her exit process in a more respectful manner. Do it respectfully. She's a professional. It's not. She didn't commit any crime to take a job with the government. She didn't have to be a party zealot to get that job. No, as long as she's a Liberian qualified, and she went for an interview, and she was accepted among all the people, So, and then she has the right to take that job. So you don't treat her, I have to say, you're treating your political opponent. You should treat her with respect. And so shall she, even if they didn't want her on the job again, so shall she exit in a more professional and unharmful manner. But that wasn't done. They were rushing for jobs, so they didn't do that. You know, they did not do that. So all those things impacted. I think all those things impacted Liberia chance to winning the space. I understand Somalia is almost no republic.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah, Somalia is almost a no republic. How can they win such a position on the UN? That what got me confused. Like Somalia, you know that the Somalian government doesn't exist in Somalia. It functions, I think, from Kenya or Sudan, one of these countries.
Right.
That was the Somalian government functioning from. It's not functioning from the ground, except maybe in recent times they have gone on the ground. But for what I understood, the government was functioning from exile. The government not functioning on the ground. So such a country winning over us who have a more structure, you should have a more structured democratic space,
Right.
and system. So all those things point to it, Mr. Gilmer.
Mm-hmm.
That's the situation. The Boakai government is not doing fine.
No wonder why so quickly.
Yeah, Boakai government is not doing fine with these things. I don't know. Then the harmonization, as I said earlier, it was a very bad thing to use a model of the international system as a political tools against another institution.
Right.
Like
Right.
yeah, it was a very bad thing, and that's why it will make the people to really get more firm with that model, to make the population to know that the model didn't just come up because they wanted to be cruel against the Liberian people, to connive with the government at the time to do something against the Liberian people.
Right.
But it was actually a model to help to improve the country economic system, fiscal discipline and all those things, to ensure that Liberia function like other countries too.
Right.
In this country, we get pay grade. We got pay grade, and my pay grade was like AP6, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
in the country, you get pay grade. Every job you take, you got a pay grade.
You got pay grade. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, level. I mean, it's just like that. Sometimes I even say, oh, but because if you're working as a cleaner, some places you're working as a cleaner, you want to get like $38. Then you're working as a professional, you get a $38. You just say, but this is unfair,
It is unfair. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's their pay grade. It goes up that the longer you stay in the system, the more paper you write, and you get to, based on your experience, you excel,
Right.
it's going to increase. But that's the system. That's the system.
That's the system. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to the phone lines here. Take our first caller, Miss Campbell, Josephine Campbell. Welcome.
Yes, sir, Mr. Gilmore. I want to say thanks you guys very much. I was at work today when I saw my award dynamic black president. Wow. I said people, children fighting. Where?
Right.
Yeah, wow. Like he's the president I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
When they show there's other president, wow, I'm so happy.
Right.
The people love. When you born with God, place something in you. Even when I don't pass, you sit down there, people want to sit down there with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's in him. He didn't buy it. You not thing you buy, you can forget, you can lose when you. But it's inside. God put it in President Weah before he born with it.
Right.
Let the people lead our president. Let him do a job.
Yeah.
It's so sad. We
It
just
is.
crying now again. But God is in control.
God is in control.
God will work for our people. God will work for our country to get that respect, that love again. I know he's coming soon. He's
Absolutely.
looking at Mama Liberia. When he turns to our country, it will be like a gold and diamond. It's just a matter of time. Thank you guys very much. We shouldn't give up.
Thank you.
I watch it live.
Thank you very much.
I was yelling at my client. What?
I tell you.
Yeah, we are. Look how we are now made Liberia over there again. The Liberians are there today. People will start to respect that again with that name that we use in Africa to survive. Liberian in our place today. Yeah. God lifted them up again. President Weah.
Thank you very much, Miss Campbell. Let's take this other caller here. 518-9623. Hello. 518-9623. Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Jimo.
Yeah, boss. Hello.
Thank you for having me. I had a form meal anyway.
Welcome.
Thank you for the show.
Yeah.
Mr. Jimo, I don't want Miss Chappie and the rest of the other families to want to get out here with what kind of move. We know that they were going to move everybody. And, you know,
right.
And even when that door said, they would take that door from them. You know, and put it in the chat. So it's not strange.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the thing is that we continue to say, and like the man of God spoke to AD one-on-one on his show, and he said,
yeah,
no community in Liberia. And he even prophesied on some of the things that scare me now. Is that he did a prophecy on the national team. And bet and say your national team qualified for African Cup of Nations will give you 500 times. He said your national team will be nothing under this regime. This government will not do nothing. Everything will go bad. And Mr. Goma, everything is going bad.
Wow. He said that about the Lone Star?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said it. He said there's nothing. Right now, the state they are, they're going to go worse. They're going to be worse than they will know anything that you had national team. If they don't delete it, let the national team qualify. You will give them 500,000 United States dollars. You understand?
Wow.
And all 17, everything the man said. It's like, look at the scary fine. All the other presidents are kids of that country, they've been serving. Honor Joseph Boakai. Imagine, I know that he met with the gay association, he agreed to them. Honor Joseph Boakai. Those people were now in the Methodist Church because of the same people Boakai coming from the Methodist Church were brave yesterday.
Boakai from Baptist Church,
in the church to go marry. For men and men to go marry.
They say that did not happen. That was a propaganda. Say it did not happen. There were no ceremony or such. And
but okay, even though it didn't happen that way, but I still remember in Nima County, Ganta, the church behind the bishop. He went there to tell the pastor to give the people the opportunity for men and men to marry. That video is on Facebook. They chased him from Ganta and he ran away. So the thing is, Mr. Gima, we can't prepare for the worst, because we know that our country is going down the drain under these people. Today, you take yourself, you went to Italy, a place that the people rushing to take picture and greeting the former president, and the place nobody coming to look at you. I don't know whether he played for. Maybe he played for Inter Milan. That's why he went there for. Because they say he went to go meet the Pope. So I asked him in my question that no Pope in Liberia to coach driver like, hey, go look for a wedding. Because I don't see what he go do over there. Nothing he going to get from there.
Mm-hmm.
And I want one of brother, Mr. Gamer, Solomon George. Solomon George will find different parties to go wrong on Mr. Gamer. That man is one of the big problems to the party. People like us, Mr. Gamer, ordinary people like us. If we, I hear from the community that he's a representative in.
Right.
That man was brave again and went on the news during the COVID-19 and asked President Weah to ask him what he doing for the Liberian people, and when President Weah asked, he said, ask that man, his own district, asking whether he ever carried one bucket there to the people. But we were doing rest distribution in the community, water distribution in the community to the ordinary people. Solomon George was doing nothing. He was doing nothing. He didn't make a thing. Even the park today, you see over there, the PSP community park, the groundbreaking ceremony, he didn't show up. Because that day we played against George Weah team on that day. He didn't show up. Everything about that community, he didn't show up. Then the worst part about it, this man went and promised the community leadership, the past leadership that was there, he promised them 75,000. That leadership came in that 2 years, he didn't give 1 cent to the people. Recently in my presence, he went and promised 50,000. I stood right there when they called me to make my own donation. I told them, I said, y'all please tell the lawmaker at 125,000 now. So we expect to see that money up to the time, Mr. Gilmore. Rack that man I gave the people of PHP community.
Liberian dollar or US dollar?
Liberian dollar.
Here go.
Liberian dollar.
Here go.
So let me tell you today, get it on the record. When you say who else moved Solomon George from that, I'm one of those. I recommend, and when the party send people to meet with, I told them no. This man is a complete ingrate. We cannot keep him there to be spoiling our presidency. That's how we mobilize the people to kick him out of there. We would have sent those people there to in our grade.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
No doubt. Thank you very much. Let me read a few comments here, and then we're gonna call it. Lena Addison out there. Yes, AB play it today on Face the Issue. Thank you. I will try to find it and get an excerpt from him as well. Okay. And Ali Bagayogo, yes, he said it and promised the national team $500,000 if they should qualify for the African Cup. Abraham Williams, while that may be true, the Weah administration failed to explain to citizens the reason it initiated such policy as salary harmonization. And Abby, we been explaining this story about harmonization forever. Even tonight we did again. The IMF, the World Bank, and the World Bank call for that. All right. But let's go back to our senior analyst here, Abraham Kanneh, and then we're going to call it. Brother Kanneh, take it away. Let's get your excerpts. Abi, Kanneh.
Yeah, my brother.
Yeah. Welcome.
How you doing?
Good.
Okay. Great. I've been following you guys. Great show, and good evening to my dear sisters, Sarah and Rochelle.
Yeah, brother.
Contribution is highly commendable. You guys keep playing your part, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I thought you were still taking calls, but
no, we don't.
You guys are delving into a couple of things, but one of the things that really caught my attention has to do with this United Nations representative, Miss Sarah.
Yeah.
That Fyneah name, it sounds like a Nimba name to me. That's why I asked the question. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe she's married, or maybe it's
I know somebody named Fyneah too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Fyneah, yeah.
Yeah, basically, here's the thing. The level of turnover in this position is just so high for Liberia. And when the people get into these positions, they build relationships.
They do.
It is networking, especially at this crucial time wherein you're advocating for certain things at the level of United Nations, wherein somebody have working capacity and they have spread their tentacles to build relationships,
right,
and literally kind of lobby with some power to be to make certain things happen. And then all of a sudden, when they are just ejected from there, then you got to send in another person. I mean, it's a given. You definitely don't have to come, find your footing and all those kind of things before even things can start to happen.
Right.
So if you have a veteran diplomat in a situation that try to do these things at a crucial time, and then only for them to be booted out because of this quote unquote party situation,
partisanship.
It's because definitely this is not any kind of smooth landing from all indications that what's been written out there from the lady, and then coupled with all the other communication emanating from there.
Right.
I don't think it's a good thing. But this notion that every position in a diplomatic cycle and in a governmental cycle will have to be occupied by this government, I see no reason why the payroll is so bloated right now.
It is bloated. There's thousands of names being removed.
Yeah. It's astronomical right now. Now, I just read in September, the credit line of Liberia got increased to, I think, $210 million or so from the IMF. Okay, it's a credit line.
Right.
Now, but what can it do when you got an astronomically high payroll? You understand? So you keep borrowing, and you got a limit, bro.
You got a limit.
Yeah, because even in Guyana, you want to appoint ambassadors there. And those are some of the things that George will look at, and he said, "Look, we got
Guyana."
Guyana. Well, else? You got to appoint people there.
You will send ambassador to Peru.
All these places.
Costa Rica.
In Kosovo. Oh, I'm telling you.
Kosovo.
And at the end of the day, you got to meet up that the whole overhead costs for those things there, because definitely it's not like ambassador alone going. They got staffs. They got to be there, and so on and so forth.
Absolutely.
So I mean, it's just capital intensive when it comes to some of these things. But sometimes people are not looking at it from the points, and it becomes burdensome.
Yeah.
And to the point that you talk about the harmonization, my brother, harmonization ain't going nowhere.
Ain't going nowhere.
Because it's a guardrail that the World Bank and other financial institutions set up, man. They keep reminding you until you put your payroll situation under control, and those kind of
wasteful spending, generator making $3,000 $500.
That's my point. If you get $500, then that generator is costing $3,000. Wait, if you got a health workers that are making less than $200.
Making $200. Patrick Honor get generator making $3,500.
How do you reconcile that? So those things, if you're going back to the end of it, if we are in that program, we're not out of the program. And it was agreed upon that this program is going to be a guide for this particular harmonization.
Right.
So that thing, it was just a platitude that the railway and their force who coupled it to bring them to where they are. But they're not going to temper around that thing no day. And nobody should be in illusion that people that were making those astronomical payrolls, they're going to ever get it. It's not going to happen.
Right.
So those are the kind of things you talk about. And lastly, my brother, I know you guys are just about to close. The issue about this Solomon George situation, it needs to be forcefully addressed. Because this is a loose cannon here.
Very loose cannon.
If you're gonna be a representative for 12 years, and only to come and talk Lula is he's a rude man.
Yeah.
That's his notoriety. It's understandable. He's a rude guy, but it doesn't negate the fact that you are not over there for 12 years.
You're there.
What is the signature achievement in District 6? I think 6 or 7.
7.
What's the signature achievement over there? Nothing to show. Nothing to show.
Zilch.
Now, because you have been
Nada.
You know, fuck okay, I'm telling you. You know, nothing absolutely to show.
And then you won't put him on Joe. We are here. The part that made me vest.
Yeah.
He said, move for the man that my picking.
Yeah.
Because he became president.
And so what?
Because he became president that my picking.
And so what?
And so what?
Yeah. Be disrespectful to it.
That's disrespectful.
Not only the disrespect, but the high level of ingratitude you're talking about. I advise him. You got to put it in some kind of.
Ghana must go back. Yeah.
And throw them away. What's hello? How many votes did he bring to CDC? If you think that you live up to expectation, that district would have voted you.
Yeah.
But you're significantly flopped in that district as an incumbent. Nothing absolutely you got to point to this. This is my achievement here when I was in the district. Yeah, the XYZ I did in the district. But you roll on the coattail of Tweah for all of those years.
Right.
And they're talking about, I tell you, you will lose, you're not going to achieve anything, you will not come back and all this kind of talk, and Boakai will succeed. Where is the success in 10 months to point to?
You look at the video, AB?
Which are the videos? His videos?
This broadcast.
Yeah.
And what it was underneath President Weah there?
George Weah, by power director. Take your mouth from
right?
Take your mouth from George Weah. Yeah, so my brother, those are the kind of things that, and then transform the leadership, and everybody needs to come to the realization that this behavior being exhibited by some of these current lawmakers and former lawmakers needs to be addressed forthwith.
Absolutely.
I know looking at all of the time. I know you guys had a great time here. The show was highly commendable.
No doubt. Thank you very much.
Someone they say you must step down. They were talking like that. I get a country can't put them there for a few minutes. You will steal all your country money. Hey, you lead your Weah. You rule his people in peace. You lead my president. You rule his people with love. If you're nothing to contribute, nothing to give the country,
just shut up your mouth and go.
Let a man do his job.
Don't be talking the thing you don't know. Don't be talking the thing you don't see. Yeah.
Say I'm off for your Weah. Your president, now your equal. Hey, say I'm off for your Weah. Your president, now your equal.
Well, folks, that's all for us here tonight. Thanks very much. So our two panelists, the ladies, Rashad Basadi, Cllr Dopo, our many trenders on the show tonight. Thanks for your comments. You help us to navigate the broadcast. For all of you celebrating your birthdays, congratulations to you. Maloncho Bright Crawford, Winston Logan, Baby Miller, and a whole host of others. Susan Green.
I love my president.
Thanks to AB Kanneh, our senior analyst, for his input. You can join us on the radio where the entertainment network starts. Thanks to you, our subscribers on YouTube, on Facebook as well. I have been your host and announcer, Michael Goldman. Join us again for another edition during our supplement broadcast. You take care. I'll catch you in the rebound.
Now your president, now your eco. Yeah.